Hello, St. John's family. The information that I'm sharing with you in this message today is very important. I'm going to share a mid-year update on our financial situation at St. John's, and in particular, our offerings. This first graph you see shows our weekly offering amounts year to date, and I'd like to draw your attention to the last 9 weeks, during which we've experienced a sharp decrease in offerings. Remember, our offerings are what allow us to pay our staff and our bills, such as health care and utilities, and this applies to both our church and our school. School tuition does also support these expenses, but it is a small percentage of the total, and we rely heavily on our offerings to meet our budgeted expenses, which are $9,700 per week. When we don't meet this amount, we need to dip into our cash on hand to cover the gap between our offerings and expenses. If we continue this current trajectory, our cash on hand is likely to run out as soon as in June or July. Church Council has carefully considered our financial status, and we are looking into all options that we'll need to take if we continue to miss our offerings weekly need. None of these options are appealing, and none of them offer us long-term success like an overall increase in weekly offerings will. Council will continue to evaluate our staffing levels and also look at the availability of funds that are currently in place for other purposes, such as the endowment fund and our ministerial student support funds. However, using these funds is not a sustainable strategy and will only buy us some more time. Here at St. John's, as you look around at the facilities and the staff we have, we see how God has blessed us with a very talented team of pastors and teachers. And it is our responsibility to support them with our offerings, our prayers, and our time. If you would like to get more involved and want to learn more about opportunities to volunteer, please contact one of our pastors, our principal, or a member of our church council. Now, if we look back at that same graph, it shows that we as a congregation are able to fulfill our weekly needs. And the response to our situation back in the February-March timeframe was very positive and very successful, with several weeks exceeding our goal. Our financial commitments, such as paying bills and paying salaries, doesn't stop in the summer months. And the best way we can support these needs is with our offerings. Our church council continues to monitor this situation, and we will also continue to share our progress with these regular updates. The next graph that you'll see shows how many weeks we met our budgeted offerings target, which happened only 9 times so far in 2023. This is where we can improve, and we can still meet and even exceed our budgeted offerings amount for the year. It's up to each one of us to do our part to assure the continued success and growth of the ministry at St. John's Church and School. Remember, Jesus said that with God, all things are possible. Our church family, like all families, isn't perfect, and it requires nurturing and love in order to thrive. In the book of Mark, chapter 4, verse 19, Jesus warned us that the worries of this life and the deceitfulness of wealth and desires for other things enter in and choke the word, so it becomes unfruitful. Seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and don't allow the storms of anxiety and busyness to consume our pursuit of the kingdom. May God help us to love one another, encourage one another, and to meet together. Thank you.